not make anyone sick. It's still, of course, the 7th of September, 2025. And look at that. Can you see that? There's a bit of fall color there. And I was just on the radio, and one of the people that checks in there regularly, she's helps out with birds a lot. You know, when birds get injured and stuff, she rehabilitates birds. And she was saying the bird migration is ahead of schedule. And I saw, was it last night, they were estimating 500 million birds migrating south last night. 500 million birds. Like, that is crazy to think about, you know? Just crazy. But I believe it though. Like, it has been definitely feeling like autumn. We're gonna have a little bit of a warm up next week, thankfully. But all the models I've been seeing are saying that it could be a little cooler fall. But my hope with that, it'll take a lot of heat out of the lake. Maybe it'll freeze up earlier and we'll get less of that white stuff. And we'll see how that goes. We can only hope. As the miner gets close, I see everyone else came out of their cars. I left Argo in the truck. It was kind of chilly. He seemed a little chilled there after the live stream with Walter J. McCarthy. So he is in the truck staying warm, but he is here. Let's try this. I've never tried this before. You see the bald eagle? I think you saw the white tail feathers. I'm watching for them. They've been flying over there. Nope, nope, there they are. Yeah, the bald eagle, pretty small in the frame there. There they go. There's a bald eagle nest somewhere near here. As I saw quite a few of them over winter. Just on the other side of that island there. So, if I didn't make anyone sick, I'll come back here to the miner. Nice. Look at that. Like, I know I just went on about this, but hard to have better light on them than this. Wow. Yeah, they've throttled it right down. So, see what marine traffic says. 3 knots. Normal river speed, I think, is in the summer is 9 knots. Have to go a little slower once the ice forms to preserve the ice on the shore. They don't want them breaking it up as they go by. But pretty slow pace. They're in no rush. And you can hear the seagulls. They're like fighting here to the right. So I'm sure you can hear them being a nuisance over there. What I think I might do here, zoom out. This way I don't have to keep following them. I'll see now they're getting out of the good light, which I'm gonna have to watch. Make sure it doesn't get too dark. There it goes. So there's all these auto modes on the camera, auto exposure. And it's kind of funny. As you get into photography more, all you really want is manual. You know? Like, I would love to get a camera that just has manual modes, none of the auto stuff. Because that's what I do anyway. I set all the settings myself. Which works, is ideal for pictures. For video, sometimes it can be a little bit of a struggle, but I've had the automatic settings mess up videos. Of course, you never saw them, but I've had that happen. So. Some really nice clouds. Well, we might be getting a salute. There's a pretty big crowd here. You know, we can hope. We can hope. It's been windy for a few days and it's kind of calming down. It's nice. So I'm imagining this will come out after my surgery on the 11th. So I have quite a few I've recorded over the weekend here, just so I have some things to upload. Well, 'cause I'm not sure how mobile I'm going to be I just don't know. And like I said before, I might do a members video about what's going on. Like I said, I'm not, like, it's not serious, you know, I'm not in danger of passing away or anything. But yeah, I might just do that. We'll see. Not right afterwards though, when I'm coming out of anesthesia. That is not the time. Well, I've never had anesthesia, so this will be a first. See? All you hear is the water. The ship is just barely a hum. You know? This is my 4th year here. 4th year looking at these ships, and I'm still amazed by how quiet they are. You probably hear more wind noise than you hear the ship. Let me adjust this up just a touch. There we go. Hoping for a salute, of course. That's as far as zoom out as I can do. What do we got going on up here? See, they got 2 horns as well. A lot of water vapor coming out of their stack. I gotta say, I'm glad to not have their fuel bill. That is for sure. I'm definitely not straight. Here we go. Oh, maybe they're going. I see people rushing. You putting in earplugs? Or is he on the phone? I think he's on the phone. Might be going wave. There's a salute of a sort. So they obviously know someone here on the shore. If I zoom out, you kind of get a sense, person for scale. Look at that. Of course, they're moving. Rotate here. You see that little windsock there on the unloading boom. Of course, they're going into the wind as well, but obviously it would be. Yes, give them a wave. Nice. Bunch of people waving there. Look at that, short sleeves. Oh, definitely a lot tougher than I am. And they're taking pictures back. That's awesome. If I pan to my left fast, you'd see there's a whole crew of people waving. I'm sure they know those people. Oh. Did you pick up on that change of tone? When they change the propeller pitch. I don't know, I think it's something you have to be here to really know. But I can feel it. I can still feel it. What a day. Boy. It's been a great weekend actually for ships. Of course, I've been working on the house a lot, but I've recorded more this weekend than I have, I think, in the previous 2 weeks. So, what kind of panorama you'll see. Quite a few people here. Welcome the Miner to town. The Miner, of course, sister ship to one James R. Barker. All right. I think that is going to do it for this video. As it is time, oh yeah, past time for some food. I know Argo will very much appreciate some dinner. So, thanks for joining us. And if he's come out after the 11th, well, you know, I made it through my surgery. Still putting up videos. So, I'm not worried much. Anyway, we'll be back.